Have you ever felt like you're just swimming in information? Trying to keep up with every single tech breakthrough?
Oh, absolutely. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, and you end up feeling constantly behind. You want to be really well informed, but honestly, who has the time to read every article, every paper?
Nobody does.
Exactly. So
Right.
that's why we're here, right? To cut through all that noise and just deliver the essential insights you actually need. Fast.
hmm
And today we are diving into something that is, well, fundamentally reshaping how we interact with technology itself.
It really is a foundational shift.
Forget those simple chatbots, or just basic text generation. AI is evolving fast into true agents.
Yes, agents, autonomous systems.
Right. Systems that can actually do things for you, not just tell you about them.
That's the key difference. Action.
And at the heart of this whole revolution are two really cutting-edge collaboration protocols. We've got Google's agent-to-agent A2A and Anthropic's Model Context Protocol, or MCP.
To crucial pieces of the puzzle.
And this deep dive, it's going to reveal how these technologies are really kicking off an unprecedented era of automation, especially when you look at rich multimedia.
It's incredible how quickly this field is moving. I mean, you see new developments practically every week. It's exciting.
Wow!
So our mission for you today is basically this: to unpack what AI agents truly are, first off. Then understand the critical problem of our own. They solve this interoperability issue.
Okay.
And finally, really grasp how A2A and MCP are the vital bridges, the connections that let these agents work together and work with external tools.
So not just agents talking to agents, but agents using real tools, too.
Exactly. And this isn't just like an incremental step. It's a fundamental shift in how we as a civilization interact with the digital world.
Okay, big picture. So let's start at the beginning then.
Yeah.
What really makes an AI agent different from the AI maybe we're more familiar with?
Right.
We often think of AI models needing very explicit, precise commands, that whole prompt engineering thing we've talked about before.
Yeah, getting the prompt just right.
But AI agents, they're something else entirely. You said autonomous.
That's the core concept. Autonomous. They can make decisions and take actions on their own based on goals.
How does that actually work? Like, what's the process?
Okay, so an AI agent basically operates in a cycle,
Hmm.
a continuous adaptive loop. Think of it like how a living thing interacts with its world.
Interesting.
First,
Yeah.
there's perception. Agents don't just read text. They process all sorts of inputs. Text, yes, but also voice commands, system data, real-time external info.
Like what kind of external info?
Well, think about analyzing the color distribution in an image, or recognizing the rhythm in an audio track, or even tracking where a user is looking on a screen. That's perception.
Okay, so it's really sensing its environment. Then what?
Then comes planning and decision-making. So, based on what it perceived and the goals you've given it, the agent uses its machine learning, its reasoning capabilities, to break down complex goals.
Into smaller steps.
Exactly. Into prioritized, actionable tasks. So, for example, if you ask it to add, say, relaxing background music to a video.
Yeah. It won't just grab any track. It'll plan. First, analyze the video's mood. Second, find or maybe even generate suitable music. Third, figure out the right volume levels. Fourth, plan how to merge it all together smoothly.
Right, a whole sequence of actions.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that leads to the next step. Action. This is where the autonomy really hits home.
How so?
The agent executes its plan. It might call external APIs, operate software interfaces directly, run specific commands. It's actually operating software.
Well, it's not just generating text about Blender. It could actually use Blender.
That's exactly it. It's moving beyond just generating based on training data, and it's interacting with the digital world operating tools.
Wow. Okay. What's the last part of the cycle?
The final crucial piece is feedback and learning. Agents watch the results of their actions. They learn from the outcomes.
So if it messes up, or if I don't like the music it picked.
It learns from that.
Yeah,
It
got it.
adjusts its strategies for next time based on that experience, based on your feedback, or how the environment responds. They adapt. Okay, that makes sense. So they perceive, plan, act, and learn. But if they're so capable on their own, why do we need these specific protocols, A2A and MCP? What's the problem they're solving?
Well, that takes us straight to the big challenge. These islands of intelligence.
Islands of intelligence.
Yeah. Before protocols like these, AI agents, especially if they were made by different companies or used different underlying techs, they just existed in their own little bubbles, isolated.
They couldn't talk to each other.
Effectively, no. Not in any standardized or efficient way. Imagine you have one agent that's amazing at writing stories, another one's brilliant at drawing pictures based on text, and maybe a third one animates things.
Okay, a creative team of AI.
Right, but to get a finished product, say an animated storybook, you would have to manually take the story text from Agent 1,
Uh-huh.
feed it perfectly formatted into Agent 2 to get the pictures,
Okay.
then take those pictures and the story bits and manually feed them to the animation agent, step by step, by hand.
That sounds incredibly clunky and slow.
Totally fragmented, highly inefficient.
That really highlights the integration problem. It sounds exactly like that classic Mayan problem in software, where, connecting M systems to N tools needs M times N custom connections. It just explodes in complexity.
Exactly, a tangled web.
Yeah.
Real spaghetti code, but for AI integration.
And that complexity must have been a massive bottleneck, right? Especially for anything involving complex workflows like multimedia.
A huge bottleneck. It severely limited the potential of what you could actually do with AI systems working together. The industry saw this clearly.
They needed a common language.
Precisely. A standardization.
Yeah.
A way to bridge these islands, connect these intelligences, and unlock that network effect for AI. And that realization, that need, is what led to protocols like MCP and A2A.
Okay, let's unpack those then. Let's start with MCP, the Model Context Protocol. Anthropic launched it late 2024.
That's right.
And you described it before as like a USB-C port for AI. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, the USB-C port analogy is pretty good. MCP is an open standard. It gives AI models and applications a secure, standardized way to plug into external stuff, real-time data, tools, APIs, file systems.
So instead of needing a custom adapter for every single tool or database.
You just need one MCP connection. It uses a standard API definition. Architecturally, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
You have the MCP host. That's the AI application, like, say, Claude Desktop or maybe a plugin in your code editor.
Okay.
Inside the host runs the MCP client. It just keeps a connection open to a specific MCP server.
And the server.
The MCP server is usually a lightweight program, maybe just a wrapper around an existing system. Its job is to expose that external system, a database, an API, your local files, a specific tool like Blender to the AI through that standard MCP connection.
Got it. Host, client, servo. What are the big advantages here? What does this unlock?
Two huge things. First, it lets AI agents get real-time data.
You mentioned this before, reducing hallucinations.
Exactly. Because the AI isn't just guessing based on its training data from months ago. It's actually interacting with live, current information or operating the software directly, less making stuff up.
Makes sense. And the second big advantage?
It massively expands what the AI can do. Suddenly, it can integrate with potentially thousands of external tools without needing custom code for each one. The source mentioned MCP already supports over 5,000 applications.
5,000. Wow. Can you give a concrete example? You mentioned Blender before.
Yeah, the Blender example is great. You can literally set up Claude, Anthropic's AI, to control Blender using MCP.
So I could just type into Claude.
Right. Type something like build a ball or, create a clown standing on a ball. Maybe even create a low poly scene in a dungeon or make this car model red and metallic.
And Claude just does it in Blender.
Claude figures out the steps. Then through MCP, it executes those commands directly within Blender. It usually asks for permission first, like a little allow tool access pop-up.
That is seriously cool. It makes powerful software accessible to people who don't know how to use it directly.
Absolutely. And while MCP is still, relatively new, like a child, as one source put it, its power grows as the underlying AI models get smarter.
Yeah.
The control gets more precise, more nuanced.
Okay, so MCP is like the AI's toolkit connector, giving one agent its power tools.
A good way to put it.
But what if the job is too big for one agent? Even with great tools, what if you need a whole team of specialists?
Now you're teeing up A2A perfectly.
Google's agent-to-agent protocol launched in 2025.
Right. So if MCP connects an agent to its tools, like that mechanic using a wrench,
Yeah.
A2A enables independent AI agents to communicate and coordinate with each other. It's like multiple mechanics coordinating to fix the car together.
Okay, so this is about agent-to-agent teamwork. How does A2A make that happen? What are the key parts?
It formalizes that coordination with a few key components. First, you have agent cards.
Agent cards, like business cards.
Exactly like digital business cards for AIs. They're typically JSON files describing an agent, its identity, what it can do, its capabilities, how to talk to it, communication methods, and what formats it understands: text, audio, images, video, etc.
So agents can kind of discover each other and know what they can ask for?
Precisely. It enables dynamic discovery. Agents can figure out who does what on the fly. It's a bit like how microservices find each other in modern software systems.
Okay, agent cards for discovery. What else?
Then there's the task lifecycle. A2A defines a standard unit of interaction called a task, and each task has clear statuses. Submitted, in progress, maybe it needs more input, completed, failed, canceled.
So you can track the workflow.
Yes. It supports both quick jobs and long-running tasks. One agent can kick off a task with another agent and then wait or get updates.
Yeah.
It's like a formal supply chain for AI collaboration.
A supply chain. I like that. How do they actually exchange information?
Through defined data formats, agents swap messages, and these messages contain parts. A part could be simple text or structured data or documents.
What about multimedia? That seems critical.
Absolutely critical. And A2A specifically includes a file part designed for transferring multimedia files, images, audio, video. This makes A2A inherently modality agnostic. It can handle different types of media smoothly.
And security. If agents are exchanging potentially sensitive data or performing actions.
Good point. A2A includes support for proper enterprise-level authentication and authorization, so you can build secure, trusted agent interactions.
Okay, so putting it all together. Agent cards, task lifecycle, data formats including multimedia, security. How does this A2A framework fundamentally change complex workflows, like that multimedia example you mentioned earlier?
It transforms them. A2A enables that complex multi-stage supply chain we talked about.
Yeah.
So back to automated video production.
Yeah.
Agent 1 gets your request and maybe writes a script outline. It uses A2A to pass that script to Agent 2, a specialist in finding footage.
And Agent 2 might use MCP to search stock video APIs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then Agent 2 uses A2A to send the selected clips to Agent 3, the video editor. Agent 3 edits, maybe sends audio tracks via A2A to Agent 4 for cleanup or music generation.
Yeah.
Agent 4 sends it back. Agent 3 passes the final video via A2A to Agent 5 for subtitle generation.
Oh.
See? It's a coordinated flow, a virtual production studio, all run by specialized agents communicating and exchanging files through A2A.
That really clarifies how they work together. It sounds like A2A and MCP aren't competitors at all.
Not in the slightest. They're completely complementary. They operate at different but essential layers.
So MCP connects an agent to its tools.
The wrench.
Right, and A2A lets the agents using those tools talk to each other.
The mechanics coordinating.
Exactly.
MCP provides the tool access.
Right.
A2A provides the inter-agent communication framework.
And that synergy?
Yeah.
It must dramatically lower the barrier for complex tasks.
Absolutely. Think about it. Someone like me who has zero idea how to use Blender.
Mm.
I can just tell an AI agent what I want, maybe using natural language. That agent uses MCP to operate Blender for me. But then maybe that 3D model needs to be put into an animation with sound effects and titles. My first agent can use A2A to coordinate with other specialist agents, an animator agent, a sound design agent, to complete the whole project.
Bridging the gap between just having an idea and actually executing something complex.
That's the magic. Connects human intent to complex, multi-step, multi-tool execution.
Okay, let's paint a clearer picture of this unified AI future then. Give us some more concrete examples. What could this really look like day to day?
Okay, sure. We touched on automated video production. An initial agent gets your idea, uses A2A to farm out tasks, script writing, footage search, using MCP, editing, sound, using MCP for tools libraries, subtitles, all coordinated.
Right. What?
Thinking about interactive content generation, maybe in video games.
Okay.
AI characters, the NPCs. They can use A2A to talk to an environment agent to know if the player is nearby. They could talk to a narrative agent to get dynamic, context-aware dialogue on the fly. They could even signal a music agent via A2A to change the background music based on the interaction.
So the game world becomes truly alive and responsive.
Much more dynamic, yeah. Or consider something common, like personalized media recommendations.
Netflix suggestions.
Exactly, but supercharged. A recommendation agent could use MCP to check your viewing history, then use A2A to talk to a search agent.
Which uses MCP to query Netflix's actual library.
Right. And maybe it also talks to an analysis agent via A2A to check reviews and metadata. It could even trigger another agent via A2A to generate a custom mini trailer for a movie it thinks you'd like, using clips found via MCP.
A trailer made just for me. That's wild.
And think bigger. Imagine the travel agent of the future.
Okay.
You just say, I want to go on an international trip next month, budget around $3,000, interested in history and good food.
Simple enough instruction.
But behind the scenes, that kicks off a cascade. One agent uses A2A to task another agent to find the cheapest flights and best currency exchange rates, using MCP to check real-time data. Another agent gets tasked via A2A to plan daily itineraries based on your interests. Another A2A task goes to an agent booking airport transfers and hotels, using MCP to interact with booking sites. Another agent, tasked via A2A, finds and books museum tickets or restaurant reservations.
All from that one initial request.
Potentially hundreds of coordinated AI actions across dozens of agents and tools, all orchestrated by A2A and executed using MCP seamlessly from your perspective.
That paints a very powerful picture, incredibly efficient. So for our listeners who are developers or just really curious, how can they start exploring this stuff?
Well, the good news is it's becoming accessible. The sources mention looking at the official GitHub repositories for both MCP and A2A.
Okay.
There's documentation available, code examples typically in languages like Python and JavaScript. Getting hands-on, experimenting with them, that's really the best way to grasp their potential.
Makes sense. Play around with it.
And strategically, for businesses, the significance here is huge. This AI agent interoperability. It's set to completely transform enterprise automation and overall AI efficiency. It breaks down those technology silos we talked about.
Yeah.
It should drastically cut integration costs. And it will absolutely accelerate deploying complex multi-agent systems. We're seeing the internet evolve again.
From websites connecting to AI connecting?
Pretty much. From website interconnection to AI interconnection, with humans stepping in occasionally to guide the overall direction.
That really shifts things.
It does. And it brings up a really important challenge, I think, for all of us.
It is.
In a world where collaborating AI agents can handle a vast amount of work, what's the uniquely human role?
Good question.
Continuous learning is obviously key, but also the ability to create truly novel, precise, valuable ideas and content, the stuff AI doesn't already have in its training data or can't easily synthesize, that becomes paramount.
So being the source of truly original goals and insights.
Exactly. Because the gap between those who learn to leverage these powerful tools and those who don't, well, it's going to be immense. You don't want to be left behind.
It's definitely clear listening to this that A2A and MCP are way more than just, incremental updates. This is a profound shift for AI's future.
Absolutely.
We're really moving beyond isolated tools, beyond siloed AI, towards a truly interconnected, collaborative AI ecosystem.
Where different intelligences can finally speak the same language, understand each other, work together.
It really feels like they're ushering in a new era. You called it true AI interconnectedness.
I think that captures it. An era where the digital world is increasingly driven by AI agents collaborating to achieve complex goals, often initiated by humans.
It's not just a tech shift, then.
No, it's more fundamental.
Yeah.
It's changing how human civilization interacts with and creates within the entire digital realm.
Which leaves us with a final thought for everyone listening.
Yes, the profound question now is, in this new landscape, this interconnected AI world, what will you create?